it's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCGFAM show. To you, my YouTube buddies, what's going on? Let me know in the comments. Me, I'm doing a little yard work out here. Just getting rid of a few weeds that have cropped up. I like to keep up on it so it doesn't get out of hand. So every few days or so, I go around the yard and I find whatever weeds I can, and I dump them in here. Then every other Wednesday, I drag this thing out to the curb. And a big truck comes and just empties it out. Then the whole process just starts over. And I never really gave it much thought, but the other day I was out here in the yard having a beer, and a thought occurred to me. I wonder what they do with all that yard debris they haul off. It's a good question. What do they do with all that stuff in the yard debris container? So I decided when I got into work on Monday, I'd check it out. So I did. I went on Google and I typed in, what do they do with yard debris? And I got this article from the Columbus Dispatch. Ever wondered what happens to leaves, grass, clippings, twigs, and other green waste you set on the curb for collection? If you live in Columbus, it eventually may end up right back in your yard, likely in the garden as mulch, soil, or compost. And while this article is specifically about Columbus, from what I can tell, this pretty much applies to everywhere. So a lot of soil is made, at least in part, from the stuff in here. Weeds, grass clippings, and this stuff, tree prunings. And that's probably fine if you're using your soil to grow one of these, or one of these, or even some of these. But if you're growing a high-value crop in a grow tent, or a place like this, it can be a problem. But why is it a problem? It's a problem because when you're taking stuff like this and this, even when you chip these up, they still take a really, really long time to break down. They don't get fully composted in the time it takes to make the soil. So those wood chips continue to break down in your soil when you've got it with your plant, and that leads to a lot of problems. One thing you'll get is that breaking down will rob nutrients from the plant, but also the pH level is going to keep dropping from that acidity, and you're going to get issues where it's very hard to get your pH back up into the range where it can uptake the nutrients you're giving it. So it's a real issue. And that's why Nectar for the Guys doesn't use any of that stuff in their soil. But that begs the question, what do they use in their soil? What is the good stuff to use for making soil? Well, we're going to get into that next time. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you'll join me. I love you. I'll see you then. The OCGFAM show. It's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCGFAM show. See you tomorrow. No bark, Willie. No bark.